Oh God. Oh God.
A big thanks to my sponsors, Ibis Cycles, Camelback, PNW Components, Kitspo Cycling Apparel, Cali Protectives, Shimano, Fox, WTB, and Jensen USA. Any purchases at Jensen USA from the below links will directly help support my channel as well.
6:30 in the morning, and Bobby's a few minutes late. I'm not worried about it. Today's gonna be a fun trip. Head down to Tucson, do a lemon drop, hit Milagrosa, Bugs. But before we go anywhere, Bobby needs to get here. Guess who just pulled up?
Good morning, how are you?
Let's go to Tucson.
Let's do it, man.
Bobby is a Phoenix area local, and before that, he actually lived in Tucson for a couple years as well. He knows many of these trails quite a bit better than I do, and he's a super good rider as well. Today, he'd be showing me down Mt Lemmon, down the infamous lemon drop route from Bug Springs all the way down to Milagrosa Trail. Our plan was to do a partial lemon drop from the Bug Springs trailhead, and I'd heard that there's a couple of hike-a-bike sections. So today, my challenge was gonna be to try and pedal up all these hike-a-bikes.
There you go. Have a smooth ride. Yeah. I don't even know what we're riding into. Oh man, my legs are sore.
The trail starts with what's referred to as the 15-minute hike-a-bike, and this is definitely the hardest section of the trail.
The first few sections of railroad ties were quite climbable. It was a big workout with the elevation of nearly 7,000 feet and zero warm-up, not making things any easier. But then we got to this section here.
I guess I could just hug the right side and like cheat and just bounce, bounce, power, power, power. But man, that's a lot of power. Does it look climbable?
I think you're gonna be able to climb it.
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 railroad tie stair steps. 8. 15% grade? Yeah, maybe 18, 20.
There's a line here and there.
You gotta go into the positive mental attitude of it'll happen.
It's definitely happening for you. And I'm excited for you. Ah! I got off.
I kept trying new approaches and different lines, and I kept not making it. But here and there, I would make a little bit extra progress and learn something about how my bike reacted to the ground and what I might need to do in order to actually make it.
No!
After countless tries, I was kind of bummed. I was getting tired, getting hungry, and I wasn't sure if I'd actually be able to make it up this section. Then I finally had a bit of a breakthrough. I got right here to about 3/4 of the way up the hill. Got real excited. Oh, and washed out the rear tire.
I didn't know this at the time, but apparently a local bike shop has gotten so sick of hearing rumors of someone's cousin's uncle's friend making the climb, yet never having shown them a video of it, that they wanted to put an end to those rumors and actually offer up a complete bike as a bounty should someone clean the whole climb from the road to the top without stopping and putting their foot down.
Yeah, dude.
Woo! I'll call that it. Woo!
It felt great to actually pedal through all the crux moves of that first climb, and big thanks to Bobby for his patience and encouragement as I got through that. I want to say that had I known about this bounty before we got here, I would have gotten myself more than just ice cream at the end of the day. But that would have been a pretty tall order.
We're cruising down Mt Lemmon. We're about a third of the way down, and we are at the hardest part of the trail, known as the hike-a-bike. And today's challenge is to try to go ahead and clean this bit.
The second obstacle, known as the hike-a-bike, I broke down into 3 separate sections.
First try Friday.
Section 2 is pretty tough, and after having invested so much energy and time into cleaning that first hike-a-bike, this was going to be crucial if I was going to be able to actually clean Bug Springs.
Right there. Second try Saturday.
Whew. 2 out of 3. Third one's probably the hardest. And Milagrosa is going to be even harder.
All right, so this is gonna be where the hopping has to start. So that's gonna have more traction. And this is where it gets really hard. Yeah, you can't just like make the bike do that. For the sake of being confident, let's assume we get here. I don't think this is hard enough to actually pedal on close to the edge and then just try to pivot it up, no pun intended. That's where the bushes are gonna get in the way. But maybe, check this out. Pick the rear wheel up first, back it up a little bit, forwards, and ride off into the sunset.
It's hard to tell in the video, but the loose over hardpack terrain is really difficult to find traction on. And as you're coming up this final steep section, you'll probably have to do some hopping, and to make things worse, when we were there, the sun had just gotten to the right angle to be completely in view as you're climbing up, making it hard to see the details of the trail. The actual trail was quite fun, and then we found this really cool rock feature that someone had definitely rolled down. Now, I don't want to just hike onto a rock and ride down it. That's not very fulfilling. So I found a way that we could actually trials onto the rocks, jump between them.
Set the rear wheel down on that, get front wheel on that, roll up, and then catch the backside.
All right, dude?
We got it! Please rock back over and shut it down.
This was a super fun trip down to Tucson, and I want to give a big thank you to Bobby for all the encouragement, for all the filming, and for waiting for me as I kept trying a bunch of this stuff over and over. After we did this portion of the trail, we went on to ride Milagrosa, and we filmed that trail interns video, the kind of tribute to Jeff Lenoski's Trail Boss video. There's a link in the top left if you want to see that.
Almond joyous. This is the best ice cream I've had all day long.
Sweet.